Assalamualaikum class. So let me just get this. Today we are going to do Unit 3 data processing and representation. And within that, we are going to cover the topic of discrete and group data. So in the real world, the data we gather is much more complex. तो जो पहले हम डाटा डील कर रहे थे सो दैट वाज वे टू लेस सो हमारे पास 20 21 23 24 एंड इसका मीन निकाल देते थे इन एक्चुअल में इस तरह का कोई डाटा नहीं होता आई मीन इससे बहुत ज़्यादा डाटा होता है और वो थोड़ा सा उसको डील करना हमारे लिए मुश्किल हो जाता है विद द नॉर्मल simple formulas that we use. So complex data go, what we do is we use tricks and we're going to learn about one such trick in this lesson as well to calculate mean, median and mode, and we are doing the same thing. So we will be calculating mean, median and mode in an effective way. So this is our purpose of this lesson. So we have to actually calculate it in an effective way and to deal with the complex data. So let's consider the following data. So consider the following data of heart rate of 24 patients. So in this case, we have a lot more data points. First, we had 7, 6 types of at max data point. Now we have 24. And now we have to calculate the mean, median, mode, and the range of each of it. So once we look at this data, we know that method one is basically mean into sum of all data points is equals to total number of data points. So let's start with this. So I'm just going to add the sorry. So the formula is already there. I'm not going to rewrite it. I'm just going to put in the value. So I'm going to start adding it. So that's 89 plus 86 plus 85 plus 89 plus 86 plus 87 plus 85 plus, and I'm done. I'm tired. I cannot do this anymore. And so it will take a lot and lot of time to just write this. And then I will have to, again, we are already given that these are 24 patients. If this wasn't given, then I had to actually I have to figure out the total number of data points myself. And the way I would do it is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I think I made a mistake, I think. So I'm going to redo this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And so this is very time consuming. So this will be 24th. And I know this because of this. If this is not given, it will be very problematic for me. So this is not a very convenient way of calculating mean of large number of data points. So what we will do is we are going to use a trick. Basically, it is a pattern that we have observed. So we say that if a certain value is repeating itself, so let's say 2 plus 2 is equal to 4, 2 plus 2 plus 2 is equal to 6, 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 is equal to 8. And so what we say is that this is very tiresome. What we can do is basically we say 2 is adding 2 times, so that's 2 into 2, it gives me 4. 2 is adding 3 times, so that's 2 into 3, that gives me 6. 2 is adding 4 times, so that's 2 into 4, that gives me 8. And 2 is adding 5 times, that gives me 2 into 5, it gives me 10. So this is a very convenient way of writing this troublesome way of adding numbers, same numbers. So we are going to use this technique. So we will say that, okay, so the first unique value, let's say, is 89. So I will say, rather than adding 89, so how many times do I have to add 89? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have to add 89 7 times. Rather than doing that, I will just multiply this. So I'm going to just erase this. I'm going to just say, I will just multiply this with 7. And I'm done with 89. Now I will say, okay, now I'm going to add 86. Now 86, how many times it is repeating itself? So I'll say 86 is repeating itself 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's repeating itself 5 times. So I will just multiply it by 5 rather than adding 86 5 times. So I will just multiply it with 5 plus, now we are dealt with 89, 86. Now the next is 85, and so 85 is 1. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So that's 5 times. So we multiply it with 5. Now we have 85, 89 we are done with, and 86 is we are done with 87. So we are left with 87. And so 87 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's also repeating 5 times. So let me just clear this, and that's repeating itself 5 times. And I'm going to add one more, and that is 88. So 88 is 1 and 2. So I'm going to just multiply it by 2. And so what I would do is I would divide it by total number of data points, and that is basically 24. And so we can get 24 by adding these frequencies as well. So 7 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 2 gives you 24 as well. So we can do that if we do not have this value or provided with the value. So now I'm going to solve this. So 89 into 7, that gives me 623, and plus 86 multiplied by 5, that gives me 430, plus 85 multiplied by 5, that gives me 425, and 87 multiplied by 5, that gives me 435, and then 88 multiplied by 2, that gives me 176, and then I have to divide all of this by 24, and so the total is basically 2089. All of this adds up to 2089, and divided by 24, I will get 87.0. So this is the mean of all of this data. So rather than writing 89 5 times, 7 times, 86 5 times, 85 5 times, 87 5 times, and 88 2 times, I just multiply it with its frequency. And so this is method 1. Now, a lot more simpler and easy to look at method as where we don't have the tendency to make mistake is method 2, in which we actually do it in a tabular form. So in the tabular form, what we do is basically we say, okay, so what are the unique values of rate? So 89 is a unique value, 86 is a unique value, 85, 87, and 88. And what is the lowest value? The lowest value is 85, right? 85. And then we have 86 on the data. And then we have 87, 88, and 89. So these are the unique values. And now we have to figure out how many times these values actually repeat itself. So look at this. Now 85 repeat itself basically 5 times. We have already figured it here, but we can count it again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So that's 5. 86 will be 5 times again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And so 87 will be 5 times, and 88 is basically 2 times, and 89 is 7 times. Now I already figured it out. Now if you look at it, these values are similar to these values, and frequency is same. So 89 की frequency 7 है, so 89 की value 7 है. 86 की value 5 है, so 86 की value frequency 5 है. 85 की frequency 5 है, 85 की frequency 5 है. 87 की frequency 5 है, 87 की frequency 5 है. And 88 frequency is 2, and so 88 frequency is 2. So all of this matches this table. Now let's see what else we have done. So these are the first 2 steps. Now the third step is basically step 3. So it's basically multiplication. What we are multiplying is basically we are multiplying x with f. So we are multiplying 89 with 7. So 89 into 7, and this is the new column for it. So we are going to multiply 89 into 7. That's equals. And then uh, 88 is multiplying by 2. So that's 88 into 2. And then 87 into 5. And then 86 into 5. And then 85 into 5. So we already know from here that we are multiplying the unique values with their frequencies, and this is what we did again. And so the values of these are 425, 86 multiplied by 5, that will be 430, 87 multiplied by 5, that gives me 435, and 88 multiplied by 2, that gives me 176, and 89 multiplied by 7, that gives me 623. And so if we look here, the next step is basically to add them. So this is the step 3. Step 4, the summation. And the symbol for this is basically this. So we are adding them. This is a summation, this is a sum, and so this is the sign for this. And if you see this is summation fx. So we have multiplied it and now we're adding it, and we're going to do the same with this, and we get an answer of 2089. If we add this, we will get 2089 as, and the summation fx. And at the bottom, it's basically total number of data point that is equals to summation f. So I said previously that if I add the values 7 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 2, that is actually equals to 424 patients. So we are going to add this and we get 24. And the mean formula is for this table is summation fx and summation f. And so we have 2089 divided by 24, and it gives you the same value of 87.0. So I was doing all of these steps, and I did the method 1 and method 2, so that you are able to know how we are getting this table, and that it is basically the same as previous method we were using. And so in the future, we will be using this table to calculate the mean. In case of median, we are going to look, we're going to do another tutorial for this to figure out the mean. But for now, we are done with, we're going to just be happy with calculating the mean. Thank you.